Okay, so this is the video portion of the revision and justification of the contingency contract. So, Morgan, if you could go ahead and get us started.
So I believe that this contract is currently serving me well, especially the part regarding the communication aspect. I feel like I have been communicating more effectively. I'm ensuring that I add my input and ideas, and my team members have been receptive of my feedback and my ideas. I've also been ensuring that I'm staying up to date with the group me messages. I haven't had any situations where I wouldn't be able to respond. However, I would ensure that I would let the team know. But I do think that this contract definitely is serving me well.
Awesome. Thanks, Morgan. I'm going to go next. I agree with Morgan. I think that the contract has been working really well for me as it is. The punishment procedure portion is especially powerful for regulating my behavior. I want to avoid the strike system at all costs. I feel like I think about like the discomfort, like the feelings that it would bring up, like discomfort, embarrassment, and then like worrying about a failing grade, letting my group mates down. So that really is something that is powerful for me. The other part that I really like, well, there's kind of two parts. It's like being honest and the work-life balance. I like those because I feel like, and my group members have been so great with this, like you can feel comfortable to just be like, hey, I'm unable to attend this meeting. Something came up last minute, there was an emergency. And just as long as you're communicating that with the group, it's just kind of makes it less stressful, more doable and manageable to have that option and that everyone's understanding. So I really like that that's included in the contract as well. Okay, so next is Maria.
So I agree with you, Michelle. It's amazing how everybody's been honest through all this process since we started this class. Everybody's been attending the meetings on time, been actively communicating all the ideas and opinions, and to the group chat too. And everybody's just fulfilling their roles, contributing to the documents on time, and providing constructive feedback. That is also helping me a lot to learn everything I need to like write and convey the messages clearly when I'm doing the literature review and adding my ideas to the assignments. And also the reinforcement system, it has been very effective in valuing everyone's work and ensuring accountability among all the team members here.
Awesome. Thanks, Maria.
Of
All
course.
right, Heather. Oh, that worked out perfectly because so Maria, I agree with you as far as the reinforcement system goes, the glow system that we're using. Um, so I've been like super nervous. I don't want to contribute too much, contribute too little. I feel like I really don't know what I'm doing a lot of the time. So having like doing those little shout outs that we've been doing in the group chat makes me feel like a little bit more validated. Like, okay, everything's fine. We're all confused, but we're all like in this together and we're all appreciating what we are contributing and what we're able to do. Um, so the positive reinforcement is definitely ensuring that I will continue my behavior of contributing and trying to stay like active in all the facets of the group project. All right. Awesome, Heather. Marianne, if you could go next.
Okay, I want to agree with everybody. I feel like the contract has helped me as like a guide to follow to make sure I'm on the right path and I'm kind of acting correctly. I've been in groups before that I feel like communication wasn't as good, and I think the contract is the reason why ours is so good, in my opinion, the best group I've ever been in. I feel like it is definitely a safe space, and I feel comfortable enough to share like, hey, I'm really scared, or hey, I'm confused, and nobody's gonna judge me, and everyone's been just very helpful throughout the whole thing. I also really like the reinforcement system. Since I'm so scared to make a mistake, it feels good when I find out that I'm not that bad. So overall, I really like the contract, and it has influenced at least my own behavior a lot.
Awesome. Thanks, Marianne. Okay, so Kate, if you could share next.
Yeah, I agree with what everyone else was saying as well. Like the communication has been spot on. And the fact that we're all responding within that 24-hour period has been super helpful and like reassuring to me. Um, on the other hand too, like I think the deadlines we set for like the writing and the editing group has been really helpful. Just even though like the whole project is due like this day, like we need to have it done by this day so the editors can do it. Because like typically in like a normal group project, we're all rushing to the last minute and it's not our best work. But like knowing we have that time to like re-edit and resubmit has been really helpful for me. And I also would agree with like that reinforcement system. It's always nice to give a glow and give a glow, get a glow and give a glow. So that's been like working out well for me as well.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. Okay, Rachel, you can share next.
So I've been hearing like a couple different things, like as people are talking about just different things they want to highlight that they like, and some of the things that I'm hearing that kind of like fall under my general one that I wanted to talk about. It's the communication and the glow system, which I think is like super important because it's important for us to pair that punishment with also the reinforcement, so it like really emphasizes, okay, we're doing good, but also like these are our parameters or our boundaries. So that all falls under kind of how I talked about how this acts as almost like a self-management strategy for me. Really holds me accountable to staying on task. I feel like, especially with big groups, and this is the largest group that I've been a part of while being at Ball State, it can get really disorganized really fast. And this contract has helped me specifically stay on task, stay organized. And overall, that has helped in my completion and how it's benefiting me to progressing towards our long-term goals as a group and as an individual. Similar to what we talked about on our group matrix, individual matrix, it's hitting all of those points for me.
Thanks, Rachel. Amina, can you go next?
Yeah. So for me, I would just prefer to keep the contingency contract as it is, because first of all, as Rachel have mentioned, it's just making me to be on task. Like I will regularly check the contingency contract to see like what is like I'm missing, what I'm doing right, what is coming next, when it's coming, and who will take the responsibilities. Also, the glow system, it's helping me a lot. Like for example, one meeting that I didn't have my camera on because some reason, so I was unable to contribute a lot. So I felt myself I'm missing and I'm not contributing much. But then I just saw my name in the glow, in the reinforcement as I did something, and I really felt appreciated that, oh, someone is like, even if I didn't contribute much, still I'm doing something. The punishment procedures, that thing that I want to stay away of. So like I will try my best to always to contribute, do my part as soon as possible, follow the deadlines to not go through the punishment procedures. And also the other thing that I like in the contingency contract, if like I have anything in my mind, like for example about the communication, about conflict resolution or anything else, I will go and check what we are saying in the contingency contract, and then I will mention if there is anything that it needs to be shared with the group.
Yeah, thanks, Amina. Layla.
All right. So I think this contract for sure has helped with like, I guess like how big this group is. Like similar to you guys, this is the biggest group and I was terrified when I found out the number. But kind of like Michelle mentioned, like the strike system, that is so aversive to me that even a strike one to me is just like the end of the world. Like, so I really take that type of feedback on. So I think it's that'll definitely help avoid those type of behaviors. And then honestly, as far as just like the communication, like I'm not the best. I mentally respond a lot. All my friends can say that. So like to have like a perimeter where it's like, okay, no, you have to remain engaged. And sometimes too, when like the thread is so long, it can get overwhelming or like, oh my God, look at all the stuff I missed. But because like everybody has been so understanding and holding everybody accountable, I think that's really helped. I also love the glow system. I am big on like verbal praise. Like I live for that. So that's like a really cool thing that's really kind of like how Mina said, kind of validated in my contributions. So yeah. And I think it's also really important just because this is so stressful. So having those like glow and those shout outs kind of like make it a little bit more, I guess, easier to handle. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Leila. Juliana.
Okay. I really like having this contingency contract. One thing for me, starting this semester with this class, I want to have more leadership skills in the future. That's something that I really need to work on, especially my soft skills. So this contract has kind of held me accountable to those goals that I've made outside of this class. It's made me more responsive to group messages. I've been able to understand how to give feedback and accept feedback um, without getting my feelings hurt, even though no one's ever really hurt my feelings yet. Um, and I'm also doing well helping others whenever they have questions about the assignments. And I really appreciate how understanding everybody has been. I started moving at the start of the semester, and then I had an incident on my way to work a couple of weeks ago. And everybody was really understanding and very helpful. So I really appreciate that. So I appreciate everybody helping out and being so kind all the time. So
Thanks, Juliana. Okay, and last but not least, Ashley.
This contingency contract for me has been very helpful to just keep everything like in order for my head. Like, okay, we have to do this first, then this, and kind of like what everybody has said, that this is the largest group that I've ever been in at Ball State. And when I found out there was 11 of us in this group, I just wanted to go be an ostrich and dig my head in the sand and like, okay, I'm hiding for the next 16 weeks and or 10 weeks because it's summer and not do this. But this group has been awesome and amazing. And I think it's gone off so well because of the contingency contract and that we are all in this together and we're all not understanding it together, and then we break it down and work through it and like, hey, this person's going to do this person's going to do this person's going to do this, and then we're going to come all back together as a group, and we've been able to break it down even more. So I've been able to efficiently do homework better because of the contingency contract. And I love the glow system, being able to say, hey, thanks for making the folders. Thanks for adding this. Thanks for doing that. Like, hey, you're all awesome. Especially this last week when I've been in the hospital with my daughter and not 100% like focused on this group. You're like, okay, I got you. And then I'm like, okay, I'm back now type thing. So this contingency contract has really helped me stay more focused and having to respond to the group messages and having to directly reply to somebody and that. So it has helped me extremely. So that is a wrap for our contingency contract that all of 11 of us have updated it, and we will, if we need to make any more changes to it, we will make some more changes to it. We will still stay in communication with each other. But as of right now, we are all happy with the contingency contract.